stop telling yourself, I am confident, when you don't feel it. The Stoics had a better way, and it works even when you're at your lowest. We all try to trick our brains into believing positive things about ourselves. I am strong, I am talented, I am enough. But what if the opposite is true? What if you're anything but confident right now? Don't worry. Science has an explanation for that, and they call it cognitive dissonance. Your brain is basically playing a tug of war with itself. One side is screaming, I am enough, while the other side whispers, you're not enough. So which side will win? Well, unfortunately, it's usually the one that screams less. In other words, if your brain doesn't 100% believe what you're saying, then those affirmations are essentially meaningless. But the Stoics had a better way. They didn't pretend to be something they weren't. Instead, they trained themselves to think in alignment with reality. That's why it's called negative visualization, or pre-suffer the possibility of failure. What they were trying to do is convince their brains that I am unbreakable. So how did they do it? Well, instead of telling themselves, I am unbreakable, they said, I can endure difficult things because I've done it before. See the difference? That first statement is a lie because you've never done it before. You've never been through this situation before, whereas the second statement is absolutely true. If you wouldn't have been able to get through it, you wouldn't have made it this far. Because you've endured difficult things before, you can endure difficult things now. And here's how you apply it. Step number 1, identify the challenge. Step number 2, recall a past win. Think of a time when you successfully overcame something that was difficult, something similar to what you're facing now. And step number 3, tell yourself the truth. Use the template, this will be tough, but I have faced worse and survived. By doing so, you're telling yourself the truth. You're not lying to yourself like you would with an affirmation. But because you're telling yourself the truth, your brain has no choice but to accept it. And over time, that new belief will spread throughout your entire body until finally your mouth utters the words, I can do this. Because we all know deep down that nothing is impossible. We just need to remind ourselves of all the times we've proven it to ourselves in the past. This type of Stoic self-talk helps build resilience because it keeps us focused on the evidence, not on some magical land where unicorns roam free and affirmations work perfectly every single time. The funny thing is, when you stop affirming untrue things to yourself, you'll start to naturally exude confidence. People will pick up on that. They'll start to trust you again because you'll actually be believable. When you're not afraid to show your true colors, that's when you become more magnetic, more attractive, and it's much easier to influence others when you don't have to prove yourself over and over and over again. So today, replace one affirmation with a Stoic truth. For instance, instead of saying, I am amazing, say, people like me because I make them feel good about themselves. Or instead of saying, I am talented, say, I got this job because of my skills. See what happens. Now, obviously, affirmations aren't bad. There's nothing inherently wrong with them. It's just that sometimes they don't work, and there's no reason to believe that they will work this time. As Marcus Aurelius says, what doesn't work, don't do it. So try this Stoic self-talk instead. Build your belief in small increments by stacking small wins on top of each other. Soon enough, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. You'll have proof that you can overcome anything, and that, my friend, is the essence of confidence. Now, before you go, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love. Until next time.